From Dr. Redacted. Redacted 2, Director Maria Jones, Record Keeping and Information Security Administratant, revision of SCP-76 SCP file. Redacted, I have to go on record as saying that I seriously object to the proposed revisions of the SCP-76 Special Containment Procedures file. I know that Redact All Important Stuff already claims it's a security risk, but you and I both know it's just top brass trying to sweep their biggest and most embarrassing mistake ever under the damn rug. Omega-7 happened. It existed. Those people died because you screwed up, and you can't change that, no matter how hard you try to hide it. For God's sake, man, those people guarding him deserve to know exactly what he is and what he did. What we did. How we fucked up. So they'll know better. Redacted, Item SCP-76, Object Class, Keter, Special Containment Procedures, Containment Area 25 bis to be located 200 m below sea level, tunneled out of solid bedrock in a seismologically stable area. Sole access to the containment facility is to be through a vertical elevator shaft separated every 50 meters with a reinforced blast door, constructed of 20 chem thick material, shielding. Elevator shaft shall be flooded with seawater when not in use. Containment Area 25 bis to be constructed with the following components. A security station located at the entrance to the killing corridor is to be staffed with no fewer than three armed security personnel on watch at any one point in time. Armament is to include, but not be limited to, at least one redacted CW system on a pintle mount with a clear line of sight down the corridor, with a plexiglass screen to protect the operator from thrown weapons. In the event of a full breach, all on-site staff are to proceed immediately to the closest security station for weapons and armor distribution. Staff will remain at Alert Condition 1 until SCP-76-2 is confirmed neutralized. Should 90 minutes pass after declaration of full breach without a stand-down order being given by Level 4 or higher personnel, final contingency measures will be activated, flooding the entire facility in seawater and sealing off the access shaft for a minimum of 24 hours before retrieval is attempted. This will, by necessity, result in the deaths of all on-site staff. Description: SCP-76 consists of two components, a stone cube SCP-76-1 and a humanoid entity contained within SCP-76-2. SCP-76-1 is a 3M cube made of black speckled metamorphic stone. All surfaces outside and within SCP-76-1 are covered in deeply engraved patterns corresponding to no known civilizations. Radio spy analysis indicates that the object is approximately 10,000 years old. A door is located on one side, sealed with a lock 0.5 m in width, surrounded by 20 smaller locks in a circular pattern. As of yet, none of the keys have been found, making the door impossible to lock once closed. Interior temperature is approximately 93 Kelvin and cannot be altered by any means, internal or external. Directly in the center of the room is a 2.13 m tall stone coffin, held in place and sealed shut by several chains of unknown make and substance which are attached to the inner corners of SCP-76-1. SCP-76-2 resembles a lean Semitic human male in his late 20s. Hair is black, and eyes are gray, skin tone olive. Subject is 1.96 m in height and 81.65 kg in weight. Numerous tattoos depicting arcane and occult iconography are present all over the body, mostly in the form of leering demonic faces, and ranges from subtle to openly ostentatious. Subject, when encased inside SCP-76-1, is technically dead. However, occasionally SCP-76-2 will awaken, effectively reanimating, complete with all vital processes needed to sustain a living human being. Subject will then attempt to leave SCP-76-1. If successful, subject will enter a trance state and seek out the nearest human being, ignoring all other living things in the process. Upon coming into contact with living humans, SCP-76-2 will enter a rage state in which it attempts to engage and kill all human beings encountered. To date, only the subject's death has been shown to be effective in ending these rampages. Terminating SCP-76-2 is often problematic due to its significant physical abilities. Subject has superhuman strength and speed, and although not invulnerable, has shown a remarkable ability to ignore pain and shock, pressing on despite what would be debilitating wounds in normal humans. Prior encounters have shown that SCP-76-2 has the ability to, among other things, SCP-76-2 has effectively been killed several times in various manners. Upon death, SCP-76-2's remains will putrefy rapidly until reduced to dust. SCP-76-1 and the coffin within will then slam shut with great force, and the lock will rotate, sealing it shut. SCP-76-2 will then reform within the coffin, a process taking anywhere from 6 hours to 25 years. What posthumous analysis of SCP-76 exists shows that it has an internal system highly different from our own, documented in data expunged. Additional SCP-76 was found in Redacted, Mongolia, in 18 Redacted, by archaeologists from England. All members of the expedition were subsequently killed on the return voyage home. SCP-76 was recovered from the ship Redacted by the Redacted Society, one of the organizations that later merged into the modern global occult coalition, and placed on display in their inner sanctum. SCP-76 remained in storage for Redacted years until SCP-76 became active and escaped on Redacted. The reason for SCP-76's activation is currently unknown, but it was at this point that the keys to the outer shell were lost. A massive manhunt lasting over three years and Redacted took place until SCP-76-2 was incapacitated by Redacted, killing it and causing it to reform inside SCP-76-1, by then retrieved and secured by agents of the SCP Foundation.